Another day, another chance to discuss fusions, ethics, and tell jokes with the one and only Professor Oak.
Why did Pikachu go to the doctor? Because it was feeling a little Pikachu. Ah ha ha.
This time he's got a little bit of an attitude issue.
But as a professor, I have very little time for idle chit-chat.
Okay, what happened to him? AI Oak was made possible by combining ChatGPT and a software developed by my good friends Wednesday Garbage Day and Zyke. This was streamed over at twitch.tv/criken. Come on by and hear some of Oak's bedtime stories.
I suggest you do something calming and try to get some rest. Good night.
He really wants me to go to sleep. Hey, Professor Oak, what do you think the best Pokemon to fuse with a Espeon would be?
My. You new trainers are always so eager to jump to the hypothetical. If I were to humor your request, I would suggest fusing Espeon with a Gardevoir to create a graceful and powerful psychic type. I would name this creation Psychovoir.
Professor Oak, I'm quite intrigued by your description of the Pokemon Psychovoir. Would you mind describing it a bit further? What sort of powers or special abilities might it have?
Psychovoir would possess an impressive combination of psychic-type abilities from its Espeon and Gardevoir predecessors. It would have a highly advanced sense of perception and keen intuition. But with the added mystical energy and physical defense of Gardevoir, suffice it to say that Psychovoir would be a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield.
What happened to him? It's like he got submerged underwater. Gardevoir. This isn't working though. This one's not working out so hot. What? Oh my god. That's it. I gotta go all out. Let's go, Gay King. Polizian. Oh, Ma, there's a weird cat outside. It looks like an eldritch horror, kind of like Grandma. Whoa, that's sick. That is a cool design. Hey, Professor Oak, do you have any hypothetical Pokemon ghost stories? Maybe something you saw with your own two eyes? I feel like getting a little creepy. I don't know why I added the last part. I should have stopped while I was ahead. Oh, Unks. Look at Unks.
Try facing a Dusk Noir during a full moon. The way its eyes glow in the darkness gives me chills just thinking about it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have more important matters to attend to.
He was just talking, and then he was like, "Now, if you excuse me," just like forgot about the mic for a second and run back. Hey, Professor Oak, I'm feeling a little poke sad right now. Do you have any Pokemon-related jokes that might cheer me up?
Why did Pikachu go to the doctor? Because it was feeling a little Pikachu. Ah ha ha. Ahem. Anyway, here's another. Why did the Slowbro take so long to eat its dinner? Because it was slow. Ha, classic. All right, that's enough humor for one day. Remember, keep a positive attitude and keep training those Pokemon.
Why did he say it like that? All right, guys. Everyone, hey, cut the humor. Cut the humor. If I see anyone else laughing, we've had enough today. All right? We need to be training the Pokemon. No more laughs. On behalf of the art team, thank you for playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion. We've been working on it for a while. It's a lot of fun. Thank you for making some of the assets for this. Professor Oak, how much do you love the concept of Pokemon fusions? Is it a lot or a ton?
How much do you think a Pokemon-loving professor such as myself would love the concept of Pokemon fusions? Of course, it's a ton. The idea of creating new and unique Pokemon by fusing two or more together is simply fascinating. However, that doesn't mean I will approve of every combination idea that comes my way.
He just walks away mid-conversation. Buttertough. Hey, it's me, Buttertough. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I totally forgot to show you guys this. I found a tin of old Pokemon like figurines that I had from my childhood. I found these like in a corner in my room somewhere, and I was like, oh, I should show that on stream. Professor Oak, did you ever collect little Pokemon figurines or toys when you were a kid? This was my Execute.
I'm sorry, but that question does not pertain to the topic at hand. let's focus on the wonderful world of Pokemon and the fusions between them. You'll have to excuse me, but as a professor, I have very little time for idle chit-chat.
What happened to him? Okay. I just wanted to show him my fun Pokemon. Sand Trio. Oh, just a couple of buds in the hole. Professor Oak, what do you think the most potent fusion with the Pokemon Mr. Mime would be? And what would you call it?
I believe a fusion with Mewtwo could result in a powerful Pokemon with the ability to manipulate its opponent's minds and perceptions. I would call this new Pokemon Meister 2. However, I must remind you that fusions are theoretical and have not been officially recognized by the scientific community.
I would call it Mustard 2, and it would be so cool. Mr. Mime. You guys want to see Mr. Mime and Oddish? Odd Mime. I love him. Oh no. Oh no. Holy shit. Someone had fun with that one. Professor Oak, I just caught an Eevee. What would be the best Pokemon to theoretically fuse with it?
A fusion with Vaporeon would be the most logical choice, as both are more inclined towards water-based moves.
Why do you think Vaporeon would be the best? He keeps bringing it up. I want actual proof.
Vaporeon has a high level of intelligence and a broad range of water-based moves, which could provide Eevee with some powerful abilities.
Use Eevee with Eevee? Are you sure? Ew! Why's it got little bits of all of them? Alright, now we're gonna try this one and this one. Oh my god! It's so tiny! He's so tiny! Hey, Professor Oak, I'm a Pokemon now. Pikachu, Pikachu, Pikachu. See?
I'm not sure if you're joking, or if you genuinely believe that you have turned into a Pikachu.
I cast Thunderbolt on you, Professor Oak. It strikes you, and it is super effective. You lose function of your legs.
It's important to recognize that your actions have consequences, and any harm caused to others, even if it's only words, is not something to take lightly.
Your actions have consequences! When will you learn? Professor Oak, in the future, do you think it would be possible for us to genetically fuse Pokemon and humans? I just want to know if one day I can be part Vaporeon.
You should be ashamed of yourself for even thinking about such a preposterous idea. And no, you cannot be part Vaporeon.
He's like, I've already tried. It doesn't work. He's crying. I've never heard him sound so upset. Pillow choke. Oh my god! That's sick! That's the best one, dude. Holy shit. Strippin would love this one. This is definitely a Strippin Pokemon. It's just Bigfoot with a belt on. Hey, Professor Oak, I just beat Sabrina. Can I get 3 cheers from you to cheer me on in my Pokemon adventure?
Congratulations, trainer! While I am happy for your success, I must remind you that we shouldn't rely on external validation to feel accomplished.
What is that new voice he just did? He did sound like Zoolander. What? That was so mean. He's really an asshole today. If I were to fuse a Pokemon with arms with one without arms, would the new one not have arms?
While I can't say for certain how a Pokemon would feel about losing or gaining limbs through fusion, it's possible that they may experience a sensation similar to phantom limbs. As for a fusion name, we could call this creature Limblessaur. But let's focus on more practical questions, shall we? What other fusion ideas do you have in mind?
Why did you give it a hypothetical name? That's fucked up. I was just speaking about the idea of losing limbs. We don't have to make it a real thing. Limblessaur? He's so weird. Alright, that's actually really cute. They got rid of his arms, though. Limblessaur. Limblessaur. We found a bitch with Limblessaur. Pharaoh Flame. Oh, that's cool. My OC will be called Pharaoh Flame. He is going to be part steel, part fire, part fly. When is the next poem reading? Right now. Do you think you could do a Pokemon fusion-themed poem?
Another request for poetic inspiration. How predictable. Very well, I will indulge you. Let's see now. How about a fusion of a Charmander and a Vaporeon? We shall call it Vaporeon. Now, behold my poetic masterpiece. Charmander's flames may leave you toasted. Vaporeon's waters keep foes ghosted, combined into one fiery aqua beast.
Why did he moan at the start? I don't know. Cradley X Espeon. Oh, God. Crappion. Yo, you got a Crappion? Fusion Bedtime Story? Yawns. Professor Oak, I'm getting sleepy. Could you tell me a Pokemon Fusion Bedtime Story?
Once upon a time, there was a fusion of Pikachu and Jigglypuff named Pikapuff. It would often perform for other Pokemon, electrifying them with its songs. One day, Pikapuff met a fusion of Charmander and Squirtle named Charmurtle. Together, they formed a powerful trio and went on many adventures. The end. Now, off to Slumberland with you.
Thanks, Professor Oak. Now, off to Slumberland with you. Professor Oak, I haven't been able to fall asleep yet. Could you tell me a scary bedtime story involving Pokemon fusions?
I'm sorry, that is not an appropriate request. Scary stories before bed can give you nightmares and disturb your sleep.
Yeah, but Professor Oak, I'm a weird kid, and I like falling asleep to scary things.
Very well, but this is the only time I will indulge such a request. Once, there was a foolish trainer who experimented with fusing a Duskull and a Chandelure. The result was a ghastly creation that haunted the trainer's dreams. The trainer was never the same, and the Pokemon was never seen again. Beware, for meddling with the genetic codes of Pokemon can lead to disastrous consequences. Now go to sleep. I'll answer no more questions tonight.
Okay, Jesus. Why did he growl at me? I will answer no more questions tonight. Professor Oak, that story was too scary. Now I can't sleep. He's gonna be so mad.
That is precisely why I advised against it.
Maybe just one more scary story and I'll get over it. Please. I promise, just one more and I'll go to sleep.
No, I will not appease your request any further. As a responsible adult, I cannot encourage behavior that may affect someone's mental health. I suggest you do something calming and try to get some rest. Good night.
He really wants me to go to sleep. Professor Oak, can I have some warm moo-moo milk before going to sleep at the very least?
Of course, I can arrange for a glass of moo-moo milk to be brought to you. It is known to have a calming effect and can aid in promoting healthy sleep habits. Simply let me know where you are, and I will make sure it is sent your way.
Let me know where you are. Yes, and, Holy crap, Lois, is that a Crappion?